Kristin. So I asked yesterday in my haul video if anybody wanted to see a get ready with me with the new IT Cosmetics kit that I purchased from QVC, the Your Most Beautiful Skin, and it was a resounding yes, so I went ahead and did that for you guys today. I also used the rest of my face is IT Cosmetics as well, and I recreated the eye look that I had done in the beauty breakdown of IT Cosmetics. I did just a little bit back. There are some requests on that video for that look, so I went ahead and did that, and that came out of this palette, which is the Luxe palette. There's a longer name than that, but I'll list it below. But anyway, so I went ahead and did that and used the Radiance bronzer as well as the Radiance blush with I think that is it, so let's go ahead and get started. Okay, so according to the little booklet here, it says to use the CC Plus Eye Color Correct Full Coverage Cream Anti-Aging Hydrating Serum SPF 50 Plus first. Oh, with the names. It's probably my only issue, and it's not even an issue, it's just a thing with IT Cosmetics is that their names are so long. So anyway, it says to use this first, and I'm a little bit scared about this because so many of you in the comments said that there was glitter in it. So I'm like trying to really... I don't know that I see glitter. Huh. It smooths on very nicely. Nice coverage. You can kind of see there to there. I don't see the glitter in it though. But we shall see. I think you're actually supposed to apply it with this thing, but I mean that's not going to see. All that does is move it around. So I'll use my finger. Normally I would use a brush, but you know. After I'm done filming this, I'm actually going to shoot a video for Thursday talking about all of the IT Cosmetics brushes that I have. Alright, so that is that. So now we are going to go in with the CC Plus Color Correcting Full Coverage Cream, and I'm in the color Fair. It does come with a little sponge that I'm not going to use, and it has a little note on here that says, a little goes a long way, so one press is all you need for flawless perfection. So we're going to pull that off. I have to hit it a couple of times first. Okay, so it's saying that's all I need. We'll see. And it says to use, you know, obviously to use the brush that comes with it. I'm going to use this one. I may give that one away. I haven't quite decided yet. But so I'm going to take it off of here with my finger and just kind of, boy, I don't know. Maybe that wasn't one full pump. I'm really warm right now, by the way. You can tell because this cheek is particularly red. I'm going to just use one more. I don't know. I need a little bit. And there is, you know, there's the powder that comes with it as well. I'm not using all of that second one. I'm going to just wipe it off on the towel that's in my lap. And continue about my way. So, looks like the coverage is pretty good. I have my mirror right here. I would not call it a full coverage by any means, but the coverage is good for, you know, for CC cream. I also normally put my concealer on after, but I'm just following instructions. Far be it from me. Alright, so there is coverage. I don't know. We'll see. If I'm clever enough, I'll have done a little side-by-side for you. It blends into the skin. Alright, let's have a little examination since this is kind of a first impression. It blends into the skin well. I don't see it sitting on my skin. But I would call it medium coverage, maybe. Almost a little sheer. So let's try with the powder. All right, so the powder is a pressed powder, and it's CC Plus Airbrush Perfecting Powder. And it looks like this. And I have, again, I'm in the shade Fair. The whole kit is in the shade Fair. I'm going to use a Sephora 55 because it says to use this one, but I don't really want to, I just used it in a liquid. I don't really want to go to powder, so I'm going to start with my cheeks here. I would say that all of the products, the Fair is a good match for me. I really feel like IT Cosmetics products run just a little bit dark. So where I'm normally a light in other things, I'm a Fair in theirs. I have learned. Okay, so after sitting a little bit, there is definitely a little bit of creasing in my fine lines, but I have that with lots of, you know, it happens a lot. That's what I'm trying to say. No diss on them or on the product. Okay, so with application with a brush that's kind of a cross between a dense brush and a fluffy brush, this Sephora 55 is, I still don't feel like it's a lot of coverage, which I'm not saying that's a bad thing. I'm just saying that I feel like it's still a medium coverage, and I can still see, you know, some of my, this is not warmth, this is just my red cheek. I can still see some of that coming through. Not as bad maybe on this side. So yeah, my only other thing is that I feel like right here, I'm not sure if you guys can see that or not, it brought out some dryness that I haven't seen there in a really long time. So that's interesting. This is just a first impressions, of course. More playing needs to happen. Okay, so I'm going to go in with the Radiance bronzer and kind of more towards the, it's kind of what I talked about, more towards the bottom and then up here. This is the Goss Holiday brush, and just kind of add some shape back into my face. And I will do, a lot of you wanted to see kind of me play, or wanted to see like a demo of the Anastasia, no, that's a lie, of the Kat Von D Shade and Light. And so I will do that. I just want to play with that more instead of doing like a first impression with like this one. And for blush, I'm going to go ahead and use the Radiance CC Plus Radiance Ombre Blush. And I'm just going to swirl into all of them. And I'm using this blush brush, which is, it's going to be dirty for the video, but it's okay because it's a really nice blush brush. I'm just saying. It gives my Bobbi Brown a run for its money, and you guys know how much I love that one. And I think pretty much everything I'm putting on my face, aside from the foundation and whatnot, is what I was wearing in that video. Sometimes I just do a little blend action. Once I have all the blush off of my brush, I just do a little blend action up on my temples. Alright, I'm going to put some eyebrows on. I'll be right back. Alright, so I have my eyebrows on, and I put a little Merle Norman primer on my lids. And then I'm just going to take a little bit of this is a powder foundation from IT Cosmetics. I'm just going to put that all over my eyelid. Help with blending, help everything stay, you know. So I've been switching back and forth between my normal kind of priming plan and this, I guess. Alright, so what I'm going to do now is just grab a crease brush, and the one that is in my hand right this second is the Goss number 19. And I'm going into, the palette that I'm using is the Luxe palette. It's a really long name, I'll list it below. I really like this one. So I'm just going to go into this color right here and just put a little kind of crease transition. I go back and forth between doing my lid color first and doing my transition color first. It just kind of depends. I'm going to take a MAC 239 brush and I'm going to go into the champagne color and go into my inner third. Flip that over and go into kind of that warm sort of rust color, and on the outer 2/3. Wipe that off on my towel and just kind of make that line seamless. And I pull the dark over to the light. Everybody does that different. I'm going to grab my crease brush again, a little more of that transition color, and bring it up a little bit higher. Then I'm just grabbing a MAC 217 and I'm going into that matte brown, the deepish matte brown. It's not super deep, just kind of medium deep. And I'm just going to add a little bit in the outer corner, nothing crazy by any means. I'm going to place a little color there. Place a little color over here. Help out my crazy eye. Then I'm wiping it off on a towel so there's nothing left. And then a little more blending. Then on another 217, I'm going to grab that matte cream color and just go under my brow bone with that. Blend out that edge, and you guys have seen me do this before, just kind of clean up that edge so that it goes where I want it to be. And I use that same 239 brush, just make sure everything is wiped off of the bottom of it. And I'm going into the matte brown color just on the tip and beneath my lower lash line. I wonder if you guys can hear how windy it is out there. It's like crazy. And then I'm just going to go with the tip just really lightly into that black and see how much that put on there. I'm going to tap that off and just right on my outer corner. And then I'm going to wipe that off again really well and then just make sure it's all blended. I've said before, I'm an over blender. I just think it's better to over blend than under. Alright, I'm just going to grab a little bit more of that transition color and a little bit of the matte brown. I'm kind of mixing them together, so I'm kind of going into here and then into here. And just on that outer corner. Blend this up. Not sure why I started on that eye this time. Okay, the last thing I'm going to do, and I don't remember what I did that day, but the last thing I'm going to do is use the IT Cosmetics No Tug Waterproof Gel Eyeliner, my upper lash line, and then my upper water line. So I'm just going to pull this a little bit, lay down some color. And I will usually stop about that far in and then take my E21 from Sigma. I've never found another brush like this. And then I'm going to bring that in. Just, I'm not adding more color, I'm just taking this color and bringing it in. So it kind of, I don't know how to explain it. It's just so that it's lighter and you don't have so much color on your inner corner. And then whatever's just left on that brush, I just kind of rub up, you know, rub along the line there. So it just gives a little hint of color, but it's not as dark. So it keeps the eye more open is what I'm trying to say. And I'll do the other one off camera, but then I'm just going to tight line as well. Or line your upper waterline, whatever you want to call it. Okay, so here's the final look. I added the IT Cosmetics Vitality Lip Flush in Je ne sais quoi. And that's the one that just looks like a balm. And then it kind of adjusts to your lip color. So this is what it adjusts to on me. I'll zoom you and give you a shot of the eyes. All right, so here's the final look. Okay, so I would say after having let it sit on my face while I did my eyes and that sort of thing, that I like how it looks. I particularly like how it looks from a distance, and in camera, I like it. Up close, however, there's definitely some, and maybe you saw actually when I zoomed in, it clings a little bit to my dry patches, which I haven't had at all really lately with any foundation, so I'm not sure what's going on with that. So I'll play with it a little bit more. This was just a first impression, so thank you for those of you that requested this. I hope that you enjoyed it, and thank you all for watching. I hope you're having a great day, and I will talk to you very soon. Bye!